Claro, esto es Van Rouge. A ver. Que no me sale bien, pero... Val Rouge es la capital del Imperio Orlesiano. Ahí está ahora. El Imperio Orlesiano es uno de los imperios más grandes del Dragon Age, o sea, de la zona de Tedas. Creo que después el que lo iguala es el Imperio de Tevinter. Y este lugar es importantísimo porque es la capital justamente del Imperio Orlesiano. Esto conviene leerlo todo porque te da experiencia.
I believe that messenger is trying to get our attention.
You are the Herald of Andraste, are you not? I have an invitation for you.
Viviene. Claro, al venir acá es como que se propagar, o sea, al venir a la capital del Imperio Orlesiano es como que todos se hacen más eco de la Inquisición. Y ahora es como que empiezan a llegar invitaciones de otros interesados que quizás quieran participar, colaborar. ¿Qué hay acá? Armas. Acá hay una vendedora.
I am open to you and yours. I price at a premium for everyone, so don't assume it's because you're with the Inquisition. I expect my customers to know a rarity when they see it, just as I.
Well, this has all been a frustrating mess. Templars and Chantry and especially the mages, just everything. I apologize if you were refused service, but we are now open for business. Especially if you put my wares to use.
We're keeping order.
Our divine was murdered. Toothless old fools are lost without her. What are the Grand Clerics doing while the mage circles lie empty?
The Inquisition's going to fix the hole in the sky?
We're going to give it a try at least.
No one is doing anything. The Chantry is useless, and the Templars... Andraste. I never thought they'd abandon us. Listen, your camp will need food. I have contacts. We'll have deliveries there in days.
You want to help the Inquisition.
Never been part of something this big before, but if your Inquisition's going to seal the sky, I want to help.
What do you think, Cassandra?
I think the woman is asking you and not me.
Well, he is.
The Herald of Andraste. Yes, I understand. Haven is a mess, but we won't turn away anyone willing to help. Invite her, if it pleases you.
Head to Haven then. We need good people.
I don't know if I'm that. It will be nice to see. Thank you.
Y este que apareció de la nada es.
Well, that was a change of effect.
Bueno, acá le... A ver acá. Pero la verdad que la ciudad está muy bella.
There must be something here.
This cannot stand.
Templars left us to
How
the
can it stand?
mages. Chantry liars.
Open? Yes, as open as I can be. If you've a need for the well-cut or the sparkling, perhaps I can help. At the very...
Did you hear?
Templars let you walk? Blazes.
Can you believe the letters Roderick's been sending?
Come now, brother. He's doing what he feels needs to be done.
He's upset no one listens to him. It's his own campaign on his own nation's wrong.
That is very uncharitable. All of us are scrambling to react.
Bueno, está medio bugueada la cosa.
Those who oppose thee shall know the wrath of heaven.
We maintain an Inquisition presence on Commander Cullen's orders. This has been received as you might expect.
How's it been?
Ah, acá hay un bardo.
Do we?
What? Is there
Yes,
something
I'm
you need?
sorry. Minding the duties of the ailing mother, Havara. I am rather overwhelmed. Forgive me. I am unsure whether I meant to extend chantry services to you, and that troubles me greatly. Forgive me. I am unsure whether I meant to extend chantry services to you, and that troubles me greatly.
Righteous. Right.
Inquisition, eh? I'll sell. But if the Chantry censures you, I'm not liable. No offense, but I have to live here, and Val Royeaux can be traditional.
Certain Sir Deploy in his wise?
It is simple maths. His patron was lost to the conflict. Hers in a skirmish with mages.
Ese no lo había visto.
Trusts in the maker. Why they have the sense?
These truths the maker has revealed.
Ah, esta parte no vine. A ver, voy acá. Parece ser que me pusieron unas pistas para que vaya a una zona. No sabemos quién es. A ver, voy a ir acá y después vamos a la zona más externa. A ver acá.
Maker, hear this hymn of our repentance.
Grant us absolution in your light.
Doesn't matter what you say, I'm not listening.
Unless it was warranted.
He's afraid of the Inquisition, of any change at all.
So he is, as the all should be. What's happened to the world?
You must admit that new leadership would be refreshing.
Ah, pero es hermosa la ciudad esta.
Ah, the Herald of Andraste. Is there something I might help you with?
No. Thank you, sister.
Make her go with you.
Bueno, ahora vamos a poder aparecer acá y después dar toda la vuelta. Claro, porque accedo por ahí, por los túneles. Eso. Vamos acá.
Though the darkness comes upon me, I shall embrace the light.
I shall weather the storm.
Está como en una zona elevada la capital esta. Claro, yo vine por acá, por ahí entré.
Is this a shop?
I maintain a premises wherein customers of a certain affluence entertain the purchase of my ware. So yes, shop.
Very well. What do you have for sale?
I have one item available for purchase. It is far too expensive for it merely to be sold. You may gaze upon it and dream of the wealth required to possess it, as have lords and kings. And then you may leave and purchase things from shops more aligned with your station.
How do you keep the doors open on a shop with one item?
My shop is a destination. Luminaries of every description journey here to see what is denied to them. Some pay tribute in the vain hope I will barter. They do not have the will to pay the price. They require a bargain to justify the spend, to ease their conscience. That would defeat the entirety of the purpose.
I can't see it. Tell me what it is.
If you have to ask, you are not the one to buy it.
I need to know if I can use it.
And again, the point is missed. If mere use is your concern, you should go elsewhere. The person who claims this will not be known for using it. They will be known because they paid for it.
So, you sell one very expensive item, and it's worth it?
Let me now interrupt the inevitable defense of your thrift. I'm sure you have treasures, and you will have many more. You could parade them from here to Halam Shiral, but none of that would allow you to say you have purchased this. The item is irrelevant. The price is worth it.
I don't see why this is special. Anyone can overprice something.
To overprice an item, the item must have a known value already. It is then priced over what it is worth. This has only the value I have set. It has never had another. It is not overpriced. It is priced.
Well, goodbye then.
Yes.
Tiene un solo artículo, 10.000. Y bueno, no tengo el suficiente dinero. Bueno, acá ya está todo. Ah, ok. Ok, bueno, voy a volver a refugio. No, bueno, no sé si ir acá también, ya de entrada. A ver, vamos acá. Ese mapa.
If I might have a moment of your time.
Grand Enchanter Fiona?
Leader of the Mage Rebellion. Is it not dangerous for you to be here?
I heard of this gathering, and I wanted to see the fabled Herald of Andraste with my own eyes. If it's help with the breach you seek, perhaps you should look among your fellow mages.
I'm surprised the leader of the mages wasn't at the conclave.
Yes. You were supposed to be, and yet somehow you avoided death.
As did the Lord Seeker, you'll note. Both of us sent negotiators in our stead in case it was a trap. I won't pretend I'm not glad to live. I lost many dear friends that day. It disgusts me to think the Templars will get away with it. I'm hoping you won't let them.
So you think the Templars are responsible?
Why wouldn't she?
Lucius hardly seems broken up over his losses, if he's concerned about them at all. You heard him. You think he wouldn't happily kill the Divine to turn people against us? So yes, I think he did it. More than I think you did it, at any rate.
Does that mean the mages will help us?
We are willing to discuss it with the Inquisition at least. Consider this an invitation to Redcliffe. Come, meet with the mages. An alliance could help us both, after all. I hope to see you there. Au revoir, my Lord Herald.
Come, let us return to Haven.
Pero yo no fui a refugio, fui a otro lado. Este era la que nos habían tirado la flecha, que había como una especie de pistas. Mercenarios, ¿no? El frío no le hace nada. Claro, esto es en... Esto es en la capital también, cerca de la capital.
Herald of Andraste, how much did you expend to discover me? It must have weakened the Inquisition immeasurably.
I don't know who you are.
You don't fool me. I'm too important for this to be an accident. My efforts will survive in victories against you elsewhere.
Just say what?
What is that?
Ugh. Squishy one, but you heard me, right? Just say what? Rich tits always try for more than they deserve.
Blah, blah, blah. Obey me. Arrow in my face. So, you followed the notes well enough. Glad to see you're kind of plain, really. All that talk and then you're just a person. I mean, it's all good, isn't it? The important thing is you glow. You're the herald thingy.
Some believe I'm the Herald of Andraste. But who are you? And what's this about?
No idea. I don't know this idiot from Manners. My people just said the Inquisition should look at him.
Your people? Elves?
No. People. Name's Sarah. This is cover. Get round it. For the reinforcements. Don't worry. Someone tipped me their equipment shed. They've got no breaches.
Why didn't you take their weapons?
But there's no breaches. Friends really came through with that tip. No breaches. So, Herald of Andraste. You're a strange one. I'd like to join.
Could we take a few moments for sense to reassert itself? Who are you people?
I'm not people, but I get what you want. It's like this. I sent you a note to look for hidden stuff by my friends. The Friends of Red Jenny. That's me. Well, I'm one. So is a fence in Montfort, some woman in Kirkwall. There were 3 in Starkhaven, brothers or something. It's just a name, yeah? It lets little people, friends, be part of something while they stick it to nobles they hate. So here, in your face, I'm Sarah. The Friends of Red Jenny are sort of out there. I use them to help you. Plus arrows.
The Inquisition has spies already. Can you add to these professionals?
Here's how it is. You important people are up here, shoving your cods around. Blah, blah, I'll crush you. Ooh, crush you. Then you've got cloaks and spy kings, like this tit. Or was he one of the little knives, all serious with his little knife? All those secrets, and what gave him up? Some houseboy who don't know shite, but knows a bad person when he sees one. So no, I'm not knifey shiv dark, all hidden. But if you don't listen down here too, you risk your breeches. Like those guards, I stole their... Look, do you need people or not? I want to get everything back to normal. Like you.
So who are your Friends of Red Jenny? You must know them.
Oh, it's not hard to understand if you're not trying to waste your day on it. Someone little always hates someone big. And unless you don't eat, sleep or piss, you're never far from someone little. Doesn't always work out, but a lot of people hated this guy. Someone got a laugh, someone got even, someone got paid. And someone has to have explained to them that free help is good.
Back there you wanted to know if I glowed. Why?
That's what you do, innit? You walked out of somewhere, and now you glow. Andraste's herald. True or not, it seemed like the easiest way to know it was you.
True or not?
Well, that's what they say and all. Look, don't get ahead yet. I want to help this... whatever it is. Inquisition.
You sound like a thief who acts out petty revenge fantasies. And that might be bad?
Oh, right. You want to prop that guy up so I can say my sorries? Bad things should happen to bad people. We find someone not so bad, maybe he'll end up not so dead. Good enough?
You said that like it's obvious, but you didn't know him.
I knew about him.
That's just rumor.
Look, I'd have been fine stripping his guards and nicking his stuff. Turns out he deserved worse. Or was him trying to kill you a good thing? Are you the baddie? Didn't think so.
All right, Sarah. I can use you and your friends.
Yes! Getting good before you're too big to like. That'll keep your breeches where they should be. Plus extra breeches because I have all these... You have merchants who buy that piss, yeah? Got to be worth something. Anyway, Haven. See you there, Herald. This will be grand.
Bueno, ya tenemos a... reclutamos a otra persona que para las aventuras, digo. Es una elfa que se llama Cera. Y es un personaje medio raro. O sea... No, mucho no puedo decir, no voy a hablar ahora. Y ahora voy... y ahora voy acá a ver a la maga Vivienne.
Lord Trevelyan of Ostwick, representing the Inquisition.
A pleasure, sir. We so rarely have a chance to meet anyone new. It is always the same crowd at these parties. So you must be a guest of Madame de Fer, or are you here for Duc Bastien?
Are you here on business? I have heard the most curious tales of you. I cannot imagine half of them are true.
What have you heard about me?
Some say that when the veil opened, Andraste herself delivered you from the Fade.
I'm not familiar with that name. I was invited here by First Enchanter Vivienne.
Madame de Fer is a fond nickname the court has given Lady Vivienne.
I've heard she finds it amusing.
I've heard very little about Duc Bastien.
He hasn't been seen much at court lately.
His business with the Council of Heralds often takes him from home for long periods. It can't be good for a man of his years.
And of course, there's the civil war. Bastien probably wishes to distance himself from the actions of his one-time son-in-law.
Tearing up the Dales in a foolish bid for power? It will end in disgrace for Gaspard. Everyone knows it.
Some Some of those storytellers may have gotten carried away.
But only for the best effect. The Inquisition is a ripe subject for wild tales.
The Inquisition. What a lot of pig shit. Washed up sisters and crazed seekers. No one can take them seriously. Everyone knows it's just an excuse for a bunch of political outcasts to grab power.
Así es.
The Inquisition is working to restore peace and order to Thedas.
Here comes the outsider, restoring peace with an army. We know what your Inquisition truly is. If you were a man of honor, you'd step outside and answer the charges.
My dear Marquis, how unkind of you to use such language in my house to my guests. You know such rudeness is intolerable.
Madame Vivienne, I humbly beg your pardon.
You should. Whatever am I going to do with you, my dear? My lord, you're the wounded party in this unfortunate affair. What would you have me do with this foolish, foolish man?
The Marquis doesn't interest me. Do whatever you like with him.
Poor Marquis. Issuing challenges and hurling insults like some Ferelden dogs. And all dressed up in your Aunt Solange's doublet. Didn't she give you that to wear to the Grand Tourney? To think all the brave chevaliers who will be competing left for Markham this morning, and you're still here. Were you hoping to sate your damaged pride by defeating the Herald of Andraste in a public duel? Or did you think his sword would end the shame of your failure? Run along, my dear. Do give my regards to your aunt. I'm delighted you could attend this little gathering. I've so wanted to meet you. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Vivienne, first Enchanter of Montsimard and Enchantress to the Imperial Court.
Is that Marquis going to pose a problem?
His aunt is the Vicomtesse of Mont de Glace. Not a powerful family, but well respected. And very devout. Alphonse will be disowned for this. It's not the first time he's brought his aunt disgrace, but I'm sure it'll be the last. And after such a public humiliation, I expect he'll run off to the Dales to join the Empress's war effort. Either to make a good end, or to win back a modicum of self-respect.
Charmed, Lady Vivienne.
Ah, but I didn't invite you to the chateau for pleasantries. With Divine Justinia dead, the Chantry's in shambles. Only the Inquisition might restore sanity and order to our frightened people. As the leader of the last loyal mages of Thedas, I feel it only right that I lend my assistance to your cause.
You say you led the last of the loyal mages. Loyal to who?
To the people of Thedas, of course. We have not forgotten the commandment, as some have, that magic exists to serve man. I support any effort to restore such order.
So you're in favor of returning the mages to the Circle, then?
Where else can mages safely learn to master their talents? We need an institution to protect and nurture magic. Maker knows, magic will find neither on its own.
You say you led the last of the loyal mages. Loyal to who?
To the people of Thedas, of course. We have not forgotten the commandment, as some have, that magic exists to serve man. I support any effort to restore such order.
What's in this for you?
The same thing anyone gets by fighting this chaos. The chance to meet my enemy, to decide my fate. I won't wait quietly for destruction.
Are you devout? What's your opinion of the Chantry?
I was a great admirer of the late divine Justinia V. The Chantry, at its best, unites the disparate cultures of Thedas and looks after its most vulnerable. Had she lived, Justinia could have accomplished so much.
You are aware that the Chantry hasn't sanctioned this Inquisition.
The Chantry is leaderless. They're in no position to officially sanction anything. Besides, my dear, if there is one virtue the Chant of Light teaches us, it is forgiveness. Once the Inquisition has sealed the breach, I'm sure the new Divine will not care in the slightest about official permission.
What exactly can you do for the Inquisition?
I am well versed in the politics of the Orlesian Empire. I know every member of the Imperial Court personally. I have all the resources remaining to the Circle at my disposal. And I'm a mage of no small talent. Will that do?
Does that mean you'd be aiding the Inquisition from the Imperial Palace?
Ordinarily, I would be happy to serve as liaison to the court, but these are not ordinary times. The veil has been ripped apart and there is a hole in the sky. It is now the duty of every mage to work towards sealing the breach. And so I would join the Inquisition on the field of battle.
The Inquisition will be happy to have you, Lady Vivian.
Great things are beginning, my dear. I can promise you that.
Bueno, ya reclutamos a 2 personajes. Vivienne es una maga y para mí es la mejor maga que hay. O sea, de los personajes. Y es una persona muy conservadora, eso es lo que yo no estoy de acuerdo con sus pensamientos. Porque quiere formar los círculos de vuelta. Yo quiero independencia para los magos. O sea, van a ver que yo voy a tener siempre choques en discusiones hablando de ese tema. Pero bueno, es muy útil para mí. La llevaré en mi equipo. Tengo que ir a la sala del consejo. ¿Y acá qué pasó? A ver. Ahí está, la tengo Vivienne ahora. Le voy a sacar las cosas a solas. Bueno, esto me parece que no lo puede llevar. A ver si le puedo crear el sombrero.
Better than what you ride in Arnsberg?
Fabricar armadura sería. Sombrero. No, tiene que ser uno de estos. Yelmo de caballero. Pero ¿por qué no me dice la descripción? Ah, a ver. Ahí está. Sombrero de majestad. Acá. Este. Diez de seda necesito. Ah, ver, la dejo así, a ver.
You need something?
El que tiene está bastante bien. Tiene 10, pero bueno. A ver. Voy a comprar 10 de seda.
Everything is for sale. Except the rejuvenating oils. Those are for my personal use.
Now that we've got better maps, if you like, I can show you a few tricks to get around.
It's good you've returned. We heard of your encounter.
You heard?
My agents in the city sent word ahead, of course.
It's a shame the Templars have abandoned their senses, as well as the capital.
At least we know how to approach the mages and Templars now.
Do we? Lord Seeker Lucius is not the man I remember.
True, he has taken the orders somewhere. But to do what? My reports have been very odd.
We must look into it. I'm certain not everyone in the Order will support the Lord Seeker.
Or the Herald could simply go to meet the mages in Redcliffe instead.
You think the Mage Rebellion is more united? It could be 10 times worse.
Bueno, y yo como mago, yo estoy de acuerdo de ir a ver a los magos. Porque quedaron como muy, ahora todos muy rebeldes, abandonados y para apoyarlos. Los templarios siguen siendo una institución fuerte aunque haya muerto el líder. Es otra cosa, se lo ve, a los magos se lo ve como más, como un peligro y eso no estoy de acuerdo.
I could at least find out what the mages want.
No doubt what they've always wanted. Support for their cause.
We shouldn't discount Redcliffe. The mages may be worth the risk.
They are powerful, Ambassador, but more desperate than you realize.
So it'll be dangerous. I've been in danger since I walked out of the Fade.
If some among the rebel mages were responsible for what happened at the Conclave...
The same could be said about the Templars.
True enough. Right now, I'm not certain we have enough influence to approach the Order safely.
Then the Inquisition needs agents in more places. That's something you can help with.
In the meantime, we should consider other options. There is one other matter. Several months ago, the Grey Wardens of Ferelden vanished. I sent word to those in Orlais, but they have also disappeared. Ordinarily, I wouldn't even consider the idea they're involved in all this, but the timing is curious.
That does sound odd, I agree.
The others have disregarded my suspicion, but I cannot ignore it. 2 days ago, my agents in the hinterlands heard news of a Grey Warden by the name of Blackwall. If you have the opportunity, please seek him out. Perhaps he can put my mind at ease.
And if he can't?
Then there may be more going on than we thought.
Desaparecieron los guardias grises, eso también es una noticia grave. ¿Qué estarán haciendo? ¿Y acá qué pasa acá? A ver.
Excuse me. I've got a message for the Inquisition, but I'm having a hard time getting anyone to talk to me.
Who are you, soldier?
Cremisius Aclassi with the Bulls Chargers Mercenary Company. We mostly work out of Orlais and Navarra. We've got word of some Divinta mercenaries gathering out on the Storm Coast. My company commander, Iron Bull, offers the information free of charge. If you'd like to see what the Bulls Chargers can do for the Inquisition, meet us there and watch us work.
What can your Bulls Chargers offer the Inquisition?
We're loyal, we're tough, and we don't break contracts. Ask around Val Royeaux. We've got references.
What should I know about your commander?
Iron Bull. He's one of those Canari, the big guys with the horns. He leads from the front, he pays well, and he's a lot smarter than the last bastard I worked for. Best of all, he's professional. We accept contracts with whoever makes the first real offer. You're the first time he's gone out of his way to pick his side.
Why did your commander send us this information?
Iron Bull wants to work for the Inquisition. He thinks you're doing good work.
look forward to meeting this Iron Bull.
We're the best you'll find. Come to the Storm Coast and you can see us in action.
Como ya tenemos otro contacto más. Se la del consejo, a ver.
I will take these injury reports and search today.
Voy a ver qué novedades hay.
Chancellor Roderick came to speak with me. Could you try not to antagonize him?
If I offend the man so easily, perhaps he should try leaving me alone.
¿Cuánto le falta? ¿Una hora?
To work?
At your service.
Y acá tengo una misión de estas, campeones de los justos. Ah. Ah, y tengo un punto de habilidad también. A ver, viene. Bien, Vivienne no tiene ninguno. Y cosa también, Cera. Cera tampoco tiene ninguna habilidad. Bueno, esto lo voy a poner. Gana solo cuando tocas.
people make of us?
Despite our fame, we're low on steadfast allies. We must aim for more.
Any visiting dignitaries I should watch out for?
None in particular. Our guests are well pleased with what they've seen. Greetings.
What do the people...
Despite our fame, we're low on steadfast.
Any thoughts on...
Who did you mean?
What do you think of Vivienne?
We've met a few times before at court. She remains a truly accomplished player of the game. So long as her interests align with yours, Madame Vivienne will be a most valuable ally.
I'd love to know how you and Sarah get along.
I know she extracts gossip from the servants, and she keeps prying into things. Sarah's ability to vanish whenever her mischief's discovered must come in handy, however, I'm sure.
Let's speak later.
Farewell.
You return.
Farewell.
Make her go with you.
Heaven has been filled with silence. I knew that. And
You came from the circle at Ostwick, did you not? Senior Enchanter Lydia was a dear friend of mine. Were you at all acquainted?
Yes, she was one of my instructors.
You are lucky to have studied with her. Lydia had a wealth of knowledge. I understand she was killed by one of her own students when the Ostwick Circle rebelled. I think we both agree that this war must end.
¿Ves? Yo apoyo que los magos deberían ser libres.
Mages deserve the same freedom as anyone else.
I hear that so often. It must be a great comfort to the common folk to know that their survival is trivial compared to our freedom. I'm sure that makes everything better. Justinia's death has shattered the balance of power in Thedas. If it is not restored quickly, countless lives will be lost. Mages, Templars, innocent people of all kinds now look to the Inquisition to decide their fate.
I'm not deciding anything.
Actions have consequences, my dear. Do not imagine that yours will go unnoticed by history. For almost 1,000 years, the world believed it was in the hands of the Maker. And now many believe you are the agent of his will. Whatever the truth is, that belief gives you power.
If that's true, then I'll put it to good use.
I suppose we'll see. I've stolen enough of your time, my dear. Don't let me keep you.
Yes?
I wanted to ask you about the Circle of Magi.
Of course. What do you wish to know?
If the Circle disbanded, how can you still belong to it?
The Circle is an idea, my dear. And an idea cannot be dissolved. Many of the first enchanters voted for rebellion, caring little that anything short of a unanimous decision would pit mage against mage. Rather than dissolving it, Grand Enchanter Fiona's vote split the Circle in two. The rebels follow her. The loyalists follow me.
If you lead all the loyalists, why are you only First Enchanter and not Grand Enchanter?
Grand Enchanters are elected, and since there are no First Enchanters besides myself, no vote can be held. I could name myself Grand Enchanter, but the title holds no meaning now. When the circles are restored, that will change.
I've never been to the Montsimard Circle. What was it like?
A place of great history and tradition, with the greatest library of magical history outside of the Imperium. It was deeply involved in the Great Game. as you might expect of anyone living in Orlais. The mages there were quite competitive, but it was stimulating to be always pushed to exceed the abilities of my peers.
How did we come to this state with the circles in revolt?
You, my dear, are far too wise not to have realized that many of our colleagues live with their eyes closed. Safe from the world inside their towers, they thought only of the Templars and their own resentment. Kirkwall gave the world a reason to remember its fear of magic. A mage killed hundreds with a snap of their fingers. Across Thedas, a new tangible fear of magic grew. Commoners and nobles alike called out to the Chantry for protection. But the malcontents in the towers thought nothing of this. They cared only for themselves and for their anger at the new Templar restrictions. When a mage attempted to assassinate Divine Justinia, again, the mages protested the investigation. The leadership chose to vote on independence based on the intolerable conditions imposed by the Templars, sparing no thought to the fact that magic was more feared in the aftermath of these attacks than it had been since Tevinter's day. So long as they had their freedom, they could care little for riots, angry mobs, or about pitting mages against each other.
Lo que tiene Vivienne es que es una maga muy conservadora.
Are you familiar with Grand Enchanter Fiona?
We've met. Before her horrendously ill-timed and selfish vote for independence, I thought her adequate at her job. In her dotage, she could not handle looking after the well-being of so many people. We would have done better to replace her years ago, to let her spend time gardening.
Did they have cause to rebel?
In the aftermath of their terrorist attacks? Was that really the most opportune time to break away? By all means protest abuses by the Templars. Just don't do it in a way that says mages support wholesale murder. By voting when they did, my colleagues all but declared war upon the ordinary people of Thedas. A war in which we are outnumbered 100 to 1.
I thought the fighting was only between mages and Templars. Why are mages fighting mages?
The vote for independence was carried by only a small margin, but Fiona chose to let the motion stand. Those who opposed a rash declaration of war against the entire free world had little choice. By breaking from the Chantry when they did, the rebels declared themselves in support of mass murder. Anyone who did not wish to support terrorism and the slaughter of innocents was forced to take arms against the rebels. Yes?
I wanted to ask you about the Circle of Magi.
Of course. What do you wish to know?
You must have an opinion of the Templars after living so long in the Circle.
Having opinions about Templars, my dear, is exactly like having opinions about mages or Navarans or men. I have known some who were impossible to endure and some who were utterly charming. I have suffered insults at the hands of those in the armor, but no more than I endured from nobles or tradesmen in Val Royal. Personally, I have found the Templars a useful tool, skilled at keeping more unpleasant elements at bay. Yes?
I wanted to ask you about...
Of course. What do you wish to know? Yes?
I'd like to know more about you, Madame Vivienne.
Whatever would you like to know?
Your accent's not Orlesian. Where exactly are you from?
I am from the Circle, my dear. One's country of origin rarely matters there. But if you must know, I was born in Wycombe in the Free Marches. I was sent to the Ostwick Circle, but I transferred to Montsimar while still an apprentice.
I'm curious how a Circle mage winds up a courtier.
Nobody winds up at court, my dear. It takes a great deal of effort to arrive there. I caught the eye of Duke Bastien de Gislaine, an advantageous connection that opened many doors. When the position of Enchanter to the Imperial Court became vacant, I was able to secure it.
You're married to the Duke de Gislaine.
Of course not, my dear. Don't be ridiculous. Marriage is the business of alliance and inheritance. I'm Bastien's mistress.
What duties does a court enchanter have?
I am tasked with providing assistance to the Empress on arcane matters. Most of my predecessors restricted this to lighting lamps and doing parlor tricks. In such troubled times as these, however, I provide political advice to Her Majesty on the subject of the Mage Rebellion. Yes?
I'd like to know more about you, madam.
Whatever would you like to know?
I'm curious how a circle mage winds up at court here.
Nobody winds up at court, my dear. When the position of Enchanter to the Imperial Court became vacant,
You're married?
Of course. Marriage is the business of alliance and inheritance. I'm Bastien's mistress.
And what does the Duchess de Ghislaine think of this arrangement?
We got along quite well. Duchess Nicoline and I used to host musical salons together. She was a great patron of the arts. She passed away from a fever a few years ago. Poor dear. Yes?
Is there anything I can do to help your efforts restoring the Circle?
After the Circles fell, their libraries were plundered by scavengers. 1,000 years of recorded knowledge in the hands of bandits. It makes me sick to think of it. I've received news that some tomes have been located, if you are interested in righting this wrong.
I'll look into it for you.
If you can take care of this matter, the Circle would be in your debt.
Bueno, tenemos una misión con Vivienne.
I'm listening.
I'll leave you to your work.
You're back. And in one piece.
How are your people holding up?
No one's declared me a heretic recently, so I won't complain.
Farewell.
What can I do for you?
We'll talk later.
Goodbye.
Got the door again, Flisser. Don't know how it keeps breaking.
Oh, you know how clumsy soldiers can be. Are you sure you want to stay for the drink?
Well, maybe just...
So, this is it, huh? Oh no, it's fine, yeah? It's just, I thought it'd be bigger. Hear that? I meant the stronghold, but it sounded like... Well, it's funny, right? Anyway, stopping wars should earn more sovereigns than this. Need things back to normal for coins to be flowing again. Another reason the Templars and mages need to be sat down.
The Templars and the mages. Most people pick a side.
Most people are stupid.
But where do you stand on the war?
In the middle, with everyone, not a Trevelyan, or whatever. You know what I hear about mages? Nothing, until one goes all demony. Know what I hear about Templars? Nothing, until they take maybe mages. They're too busy to look up where the real questions are.
That's why we're here. To help guide everyone back from the brink.
The religious ones tell you that. That's important, right? But don't make it all about that. Seems like believing too hard is what got everyone here. And here is stupid. And smells of horse. Really? What everyone needs is to get everything back to normal and proper and profitable. Sound good to you, all chosen Lord Herald?
I'm ready to give it a shot. That's all I can ask from anyone else.
I'm in. It's an investment, yeah? Better pay off, too. Stupid war and everything. I had things to do. Chasing the Lord Seeker, I hear. Anyone who thinks they need Lord in front of the name, that's bad. Bet he's got a portrait taller than he is. That's your first clue to a total arse. Fact.
What do you think about the people who have gathered?
Which? The ones who do things, the ones who give orders?
What's your opinion of Vivienne?
She's a bitch, but she knows. She better.
What about Solus?
Solus? His head's crammed up 1,000 years ago.
Anything to say about Varric?
Varric? Too clever. Always saying something, but never saying it straight.
Thoughts about Cassandra?
Not as buttoned up as she plays, right? Tough, though. I'd stand behind her in front of anything.
What do you think about our spy master, ambassador, and commander?
Liliana is pretty in places. Swear I've seen her, too. Or heard she used to play. But that'd be mad. Now, Josephine, she's as good at humbling her kind as I am. Just with less mess. Knows her business, if you have to have it. And Cullen, I suppose if you want a jackboot, you get a big one so you can grow into it. Nice hair, though.
We'll talk later.
Good, right? I'll be here. Chasing mages, that's a Templar's job. A big, armoured, pissed-off helm polisher. Not too late to go find some. Or stay home.
Is the Inquisition what you thought it would be?
Calling an Inquisition is a bit much, isn't it? Does this lot even know what they're chasing? Fair question for me as well, I suppose. Everybody following a rumour. At least I'm used to that.
Tell me about yourself.
What about me?
Your skill. Who taught you how to use a bow?
No one.
That seems unlikely.
What? I picked it up here and there. Mostly it just makes sense. It's not like that for you.
It never occurred to you that doing what you do should require some effort?
Well, yeah. I practice. Some. Not like Cullen and his pets. I mean, you miss, then you don't. Is it that hard to see when it's wrong?
Is it an elf thing?
Most I know couldn't find an arrow sitting on it. Right. Maybe I just make it look easy in shite company. Fact still is, no teacher. Where would I find one in alleyways anyway?
How about the basics? Where are you from?
Ferelden.
I got that from the accent. Where in Ferelden?
All over? Okay, fine. Denerim for a bit. South, north, wherever I want.
There are no connections you want to mention at all?
Nope. It's complicated. I don't like complicated. Let's leave it at that. Maybe.
You're not like most of the elves I've met.
Thanks, right? Or was that an insult? Suppose I could go barefoot and mine them. Like that Solus, right? Never be as good as we were. Well, who's we? I'm just fine.
I think there's more to it than that. A few thousand years more.
Hey, someone wants to be angry about old debts, be angry. Be a terror that never lets an enemy forget. But if you're digging it up so you can wear it, that's just weird. I mean, the Dalish don't really know. They have stories, but that's all they are. It's all fancy dress, not history.
We'll talk later.
If you say so. Sir Lordy Bloomers.
Cera es un personaje medio raro.
You apparently have a lot of friends. Tell me about your network.
It's not mine, right? I mean, it is, but it's also everyone. Everyone who wants to shove it to nobles who hide behind gold and silk. And hats, I guess.
Are you just about pranks and revenge, or is there more to it?
Well, it's a weave, right? I grease a ballroom, so a wyvern chasing Git has to hunt sprained. Strangely, handmaids leave his vault open. His heirlooms pay off someone else. Maybe clean streets in Kirkwall so someone gets something else. Pish, pish, pish. A lot of people eventually get help or a laugh. Or maybe someone dead, if they deserve it.
I'm glad I met you before someone decided what I deserved.
You're no hateful ass so far. I'd just get you with a pie or something. Anyway, assassin's a bard's job, innit? No fun, that lot. They might plonk a noble, right? But only to raise another. Plus, I'm shy at singing.
Is Red Jenny real? Or was she always just you and your friends?
Dunno.
Don't you care?
Not if it works. I mean, Red is scary because blood. And Jenny is... Look, nobody fears the bunch of people who do random stuff. And besides, it's easy. Nobles want a bogeyman because they need to believe normal people can't get at them. Numbers, right? It don't have to be so complicated.
So do you take turns leading or something like that?
There's nothing to lead. Put a few favors in, take a few out. Stop and you cut yourself out. Other than that, we stay out of each other's way. Probably best, because I'm a right one.
Where are the people you promised?
If I knew, there wouldn't be much use. That's sort of the point. Look, unless your baddies are rocks or trees, they have people they use. Cooks, squires, wipers. Yeah, I know, wipers, right? You better believe the one with wipers deserve it, right in the... Well, anyway. The little people will be there when you need them, in a million little ways.
This doesn't seem like it would produce much in the way of results.
It's working for you. What, is every follower of yours a giant who does all things and knows your every move? Not your team of doers. I mean the people gathering. Is that normal because it's religious? Seems like that should make it good.
I can play along if it works for you.
You have a choice. Hail the Inquisition.
We'll talk another time.
It's all good, innit? Hey, it's you again.
I'll be back if I need you.
Go on.
Yo tampoco mucho no entendí hablando con Cera. Es un personaje rarísimo.
Need something? I'll tell you what I can. Need something?
Could I ask...
You want to talk about me? I'm flattered.
Thanks, Fer.
No problem.
Ah, tengo que comprar el... ¿Cuánto lo tengo? Sí. Tengo que comprar el... para reiniciar las habilidades. Le voy a reiniciar a Cassandra, a Barrick y a Solas. Voy a comprar 3. A ver, Cassandra. Ah, pero este no es. Cassandra. Ahí está. solas. Y Barrick. Bien. A ver, Cassandra. Esta habilidad está buena igual. Porque los tumba a los enemigos. No sé si dejárselo a este. Porque antes tenía este, que este no, mucho no, casi ni lo voy a usar. Bueno, este se lo podría dejar, no sé. A ver. Y esta también me gusta, esta rama, maestro de batalla. Este está bueno. Y yo le estaba subiendo acá. Pasa que estos son fundamentales. Estos son fundamentales. A ver. Esos dos. Y esto, bonus de armadura, bonus de guardia, daño devuelto. Cuatro, tres. No sé si ponerla acá, porque acá estos están buenos también. Esta parte está buena también. Y esta es una cadena que te atrae al oponente. Arrastra a los enemigos cerca de tu objetivo. Uno sería 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Que este está bueno también, Ahí voy a probar con este. Para. Que acá no voy a tener estos. 1, 2, 3. Bueno, voy a poner así. Este lo voy a poner primero. Esta voy a dejar así por ahora. Bueno, Cera no, Viviane tampoco, Solas se reinició. Ahí está. Voy a poner acá. Y Barrick. A Barrick le voy a poner este. Y después acá. Listo.
The Inquisition scouts are getting
See reason, listen. We
I've
cannot
heard
stay
about
here.
Valroyo. This is not right. I will not be joining them. At least the Inquisition does not stand directly opposed to the Chantry.
Do you have any idea what caused the explosion?
No, I'm just a recruit. Belief and faith doesn't get you closer to the important meetings. Though that distance did save my life.
I will talk to you later.
Walk in the Maker's grace.
Did you need something?
What do you think of the people you work with?
Who do you mean?
How do you like working with Leliana?
The Inquisition would not exist without her.
Esto sí, esto ya,
Sandra may have declared the Inquisition publicly. But Liliana is just as responsible.
ya le había hablado eso.
Yes?
Is there anything I should know?
The Lord Seeker's actions are a mystery, but the Templars will aid us. They cannot sit idle while the breach remains.
That's all for now.
Another time, then.
Do you need something?
I have some more questions.
Why am I not surprised?
Tell me about your brother.
I would prefer not to speak of Anthony.
Bueno, no me quiere decir. Pero voy a volver a la mesa porque me parece que ya tengo disponibles los agentes. Y después voy a partir de las tierras interiores porque recibí un mensaje del guardia gris y creo que se habilitó la... a ver. Puedo ir a ver a los magos también. A ver. Los templarios se han ido y niegan. La encantadora Fiona hace una alianza con los magos. Esto. Yo voy a punto por los magos. A ver acá, este ya está.
has nothing to do with fairness. We simply can't accommodate them if they bring that many servants.
I will speak to the Duchess. She can be reasoned with, after a fashion.
Ah, todavía falta acá. Bueno, esta es otra nueva. Y esta, a ver. No, la voy a mandar a Leliana, me parece. Digo a Josephine. Ay, ay, ay. Acá la voy a mandar a Josephine.
At your service.
A ver acá. Ahí voy a mandar a Josephine. Disponible. A ver este. No, y acá voy a mandar a Liliana. Que Liliana siga acá. Le quedan 12 minutos, pero igual. Yo me voy para las tierras interiores. Bueno, acá tenemos el contacto. ¿Esto qué es? Ah, la misión de... Y esta es la misión. Se voy a ir a ver a los magos. Bueno, voy acá. Primero voy acá.
to report, sir.
Bien, voy acá primero. Blackwater.
Remember how to carry your shields. You're not hiding, you're holding. Otherwise, it's useless.
Blackwall. Warden Blackwall.
You're not. How do you know my name? Who said... Ah! That's it. Help or get out. We're dealing with these idiots first. Conscripts, here they come.
¿Y estos de dónde salieron, eh? O hay magos. O hay arqueros. A los arqueros primero. Para.
Sorry, bastards. Good work, conscripts. Even if this shouldn't have happened, they could have... Well, thieves are made, not born. Take back what they stole. Go back to your families. You saved yourselves. You're no farmer. Why do you know my name? Who are you?
I'm here investigating Grey Wardens for the Inquisition. We're seeing if their disappearance has anything to do with the murder of the Divine.
Maker's balls. The Wardens and the Divine. That can't... No, you're asking so you don't really know. First off, I didn't know they disappeared. But we do that, right? No more blight, job done. Wardens are the first thing forgotten. But one thing I'll tell you, no Warden killed the Divine. Our purpose isn't political.
Not here to accuse, not yet. I just need information. I've only found you. Where are the rest?
I haven't seen any Wardens for months. I travel alone, recruiting. Not much interest because the Archdemon is a decade dead, and no need to conscript because there's no blight coming. Treaties give Wardens the right to take what we need, who we need. These idiots forced this fight, so I conscripted their victims. They had to do what I said, so I told them to stand. Next time they won't need me. Grey Wardens can inspire, make you better than you think you are.
I wasn't aware Grey Wardens could take whatever they want.
It's complicated. If there's a blight, everyone has to help the effort to fight it. The treaties are ancient. Outside of Blight's, it's as binding as a clever tongue can make it.
You have any idea where the other wardens could have gone?
Maybe they returned to our stronghold at Weishaupt? That's in the Anderfels, a long way north. I don't really know. Can't imagine why they'd all disappear at once, let alone where they'd disappear to.
Why haven't you gone missing like the rest of them?
Well, maybe I was going to. Or maybe there's a new directive, but a runner got lost or something. My job was to recruit on my own. Plan to stay that way for months. Years.
It's been a pleasure, Warden Blackwall, but this didn't help at all.
Inquisition. Agent, did you say? Hold a moment. The Divine is dead and the sky is torn. Events like these, thinking we're absent is almost as bad as thinking we're involved. If you're trying to put things right, maybe you need a warden. Maybe you need me.
The Inquisition needs all the support it can get. But what can one Grey Warden do?
Save the fucking world if pressed. Look, maybe fighting demons from the sky isn't something I'm practiced at. But show me someone who is. And like I said, there are treaties. Maybe this isn't a blight, but it's bloody well a disaster. Some will honor them. Being a warden means something to a lot of people.
Warden Blackwall, the Inquisition accepts your offer.
Good to hear. We both need to know what's going on. And perhaps I've been keeping to myself for too long. This warden walks with the Inquisition.
Bueno, ya tenemos otra gente más. Sí, acá ya había venido. Acá tengo la misión de Vivienne. Y qué raro que... Qué raro que Vivienne no usa esta técnica. Bueno, voy acá porque hay que ir acá también. Voy a marcar acá.
You all right, sir?
Of course.
It's good to have commerce restored.
Bueno, acá hay algo. Uno de los libros del círculo. Ahí está. También es bueno ayudar a Vivienne porque me da aprobación de ella. Bueno, y ahora ya puedo ir directo a acá. Ya estamos en camino, sí.
Curious, Cassandra. Why were you not at the conclave?
Liliana and I were delayed returning from Kirkwood.
Delayed by interrogating a certain dwarf specifically.
A rather fortunate delay, it turns out.
I'm not so certain. If we had only...
You must not blame yourself, dear. You have done all you could, and more.
Thank you. But I suspect I will be telling myself that for years to come.
Claro, eso es lo que yo dije antes, que Liliana y Cassandra zafaron porque justo estaban interrogando a Barrick. Que eso pasó en el final de Dragon Age 2. Si hubieran ido al cónclave hubieran muerto, como todos. A ver... Voy a usar el caballo, más rápido. No sé por qué se bajó.
Turn back. We can't open the gates until the threat has passed.
Pero yo la puedo solucionar la amenaza. ¿Qué es eso? Sí, ahí le usó la habilidad. Para ver si lo puedo debilitar.
What was that?
We don't know what these rifts can do. That one appeared to alter the time around it.
There are many mages in Redcliffe. Maybe Fiona will know.
Make her have mercy. It's over. Open the gates.
Ahora sí confían en mí.
We spread word the Inquisition was coming. But you should know that no one here was expecting us.
No one? Not even Grand Enchanter Fiona?
If she was, she hasn't told anyone. We've arranged use of the tavern for the negotiations.
Agents of the Inquisition, my apologies. Magister Alexius is in charge now, but hasn't yet arrived. He's expected shortly. You can speak with the former Grand Enchanter in the meantime.
Is it just me, or is something weird going on here?
We should talk to the Grand Enchanter.
Look at that whole thing. I'm surprised it's still standing.
I hear most of the apostates are dead or hiding. We should be getting more refugees soon. Maybe the rumors about the apostates attacking were just rumors after all.
Good day. Mother, I had the dream again last night.
No, Warden Alistair grew up at Redcliffe.
It was so
He used to
real.
play in the fields
when I woke
outside
up,
this very village.
Cold as ice.
I remember the first time the dead walked these lands, when a blood mage poisoned our Lehman. The ashes of Andrastia herself brought the Arl back from his enchanted slumber.
Tell me about your people.
They say a spirit dwells in a small lake south of the highway. The girls of the village bring it daisies and ask for love, but rarely does it listen. For 'tis a spirit of valor, not love, and it favors blood lotus flowers.
Una misión, man.
No man needs statues so great as those whose remnants lie toppled in these hills. These statues come from ancient dreams of blood and bone, lost to the memory of man. Be wary of them.
Voy a tener que mejorar la habilidad de los pícaros porque no puedo abrir ninguna puerta.
Too many people dying for want of simple herbs. My apologies. Can I help you?
Are you running short of healing herbs?
Yes. We've many injured from attacks by those cursed Templars. I need the herbs to treat people's wounds. It's too dangerous to go hunting through the hills to gather more. I've a list there of the herbs I need.
There are refugees at the crossroads who would benefit from a healer.
Of course they would. These attacks by the Templars have endangered countless innocent lives. But if I go to the crossroads to help, I might end up in danger myself. I doubt those refugees would risk their lives for a knife ear. Why should I risk mine for them?
Have people called you a knife ear?
Every day. They need the salves I sell, but they spit on me once they've paid. These villagers only tolerate me because Templars killed their human healer. I doubt the humans at the crossroads would be any different.
The Inquisition honors the efforts of all who are willing to help in these dark times. Help the refugees, and we will ensure that you are protected and respected.
All right. If the Inquisition soldiers are there, I might be safer regardless. I'll see you at the crossroads soon. Just give me a moment to gather my things. May I help you?
I found some of the herbs you were looking for.
This is exactly what I needed.
Are you running short of healing herbs?
Yes, I need them to keep wounds from going bad. It's too dangerous to go hunting through the hills to gather more. Thank you.
Have you heard from any of your Kirkwell associates?
A pleasure to see you again.
I found some of the herbs you were looking for.
Thank you.
Goodbye.
Thank you so much for your help. A pleasure to see you again.
I found some of the herbs you were looking for.
This is exactly what I needed.
Goodbye.
Thank you so much for your help.
Ya no hay más, me parece, ¿no?
A pleasure to see you again.
Goodbye.
Thank you so much for your help.
Bueno, que no puedo.
Anything you need, I can get. Probably. Most likely.
Ni siquiera las armaduras más altas equivalen con las que fabriqué.
Greetings, traveler.
Good day. Would you care to trade?
Thank you.
Of rebel mages. And she said it sounded like the dream she had before the magic took her.
I don't want to travel safely.
What do you mean? Good day.
Ah, acá está una misión importante, me parece.
Please, are you with the... Farewell. If you find my ram, I'd be ever so grateful.
What makes your ram so special?
Well, he's always brought the family luck. And his advice helped us make our fortune.
Your ram offered advice.
He's a very special ram.
Your ram has gone missing.
Yes. I'm certain that if he heard his Jimmy missed him, he'd come right back. He's likely at our family's old summer cabin. It's by the lake in the southern hills. If you do find him and send him back, I'd be happy to pay you.
I'll speak with you later.
If you find my ram, please send him home.
El carnero especial.
If you find my ram, please send him home.
A ver. En quejo de susurros. Campeón de los justos. No sé si tendría que venir acá todavía.
Sent you to save the world. If it'll help save lives and bring peace, I'll be the first to believe.
I'm trying. I hope I don't disappoint.
I hope so too.
Are you working for the Mage Rebellion?
Mages are children of the Maker, no less than the rest of us. They struggle no less with questions of faith.
Does that mean you support their freedom?
Given a choice between the circle and death, most mages willingly gave up some small freedoms for safety. But the pendulum swings, and now it seems any restraint is too much. I think they should have a chance to prove they deserve freedom.
Estoy de acuerdo con la monja.
I don't see any other priests in the village. Where is everybody?
The Magister had the others escorted out for their own safety, but I refused. He can throw me out if he wants. Until then, I tend to my flock.
What are your feelings on the mages working with Tevinter?
The Imperium burned on Draste. Since then, we have led 4 exalted marches against them. Yet in all those marches, they still acknowledged the Maker. Now I speak of him and the Magisters laugh. Something has happened, and I dread to learn what.
I will leave you to your duties.
Make us speed you, my child.
Ya podemos entrar acá también.
Of course.
I am Sister Tanner. May I help you?
Are you a Chantry sister?
A lay Sister Omi. I work here to help the poor and extend the Maker's kindness to those who need it. It is very busy, perhaps. especially in these times, but let me know if I can ever help you.
I found the letter you sent a Templar named Corin.
What? Shit. You can't prove anything. A letter from a rogue Templar. Nobody is going to care. So, what do you intend to do?
What kind of cut are they giving you? Have you got protection? I see a suspicious lack of guards. It looks to me like you've been cut loose. Maybe you should look for a new employer.
Are you serious? The high and mighty Inquisition needs smugglers. All right, I'm in. Seems like the Inquisition is the safer bet these days.
A ver, reclute otra persona.
I look forward to helping the Inquisition, as per our agreement.
A ver, voy a la capilla a ver qué hay. No sé cómo voy a hacer para agarrar el saco ese. Igual no creo que tenga algo tan útil, pero bueno. Ahora voy a dejar.
Every ocularum is made from the skull of a tranquil.
I had hoped they were safe with the rebel mages. I see that I was mistaken.
I figured they'd fled with the rebel mages. Poor bastards.
I had wondered where they had gone. I should have looked harder.
Claro, acá lo que vimos que todas estas calaveras que encontramos por ahí, que nos revelan unos fragmentos extraños, los hicieron los tranquilos, que son los magos que reciben el castigo, que los convierten en tranquilos. Ah, allá el castillo. Este es Risco Rojo. Allá está el castillo donde está Alistair, que se convirtió en rey. El que aparece en el Dragon Age 1. Ah, y este chico, bueno, ahora está un poco más grande. Aparece en el Dragon Age 1.
Are you Connor?
You've heard the story, I guess. I can't believe King Alistair thought Redcliffe was the right place to send the mages. I mean, he grew up here. Did he think they would just forget what I did to them?
You were behind the siege of Redcliffe 10 years ago.
That's me. The boy with Redcliffe's blood on his hands.
Debería.
Weren't you possessed? It wasn't you who did those things.
Wasn't it? I let the demon in. Sometimes when I dream, I remember what happened. I see the death and destruction and it's me. It's all me.
Este es un chico que se le mete un demonio. Pero me parece que era mago. No sé qué hizo y es un peligro. Se abrió como una puerta. Lo poseyó un demonio y hubo que... En el Dragon Age 1 hubo que hacer como un ritual con conseguir mucho lirio con unos magos y entrar al velo y enfrentar al demonio, digamos, en el otro mundo, digamos, en el velo, y para liberarlo.
Why isn't Arl Eamon in power anymore?
After the lands meet, he stayed in Denerim. I couldn't be his heir, not after what happened. So eventually he passed the title to Uncle Tegan.
How did you end up in the Mage Rebellion?
I was living in the Ferelden Tower when the circles dissolved. I voted against it, but at first it seemed all right. No one was summoning demons. They just wanted to oversee themselves. But then the Magister came, and it's wrong what they do in Tevinter. We are monsters. We need to be controlled. If it wasn't for me, every family in this village wouldn't be missing a son, a daughter, a spouse.
You're not in favor of the alliance with Tevinter.
Alliance? Is that what they're calling it? That Magister threw my uncle out into the street. He signed us into servitude. This is my home. Redcliffe, Ferelden. No matter what evils I've done, I would never have invited Tevinter here.
I need to be going.
Please, talk some sense into the Grand Enchanter. Selling out to the Imperium won't win us any friends. We have to find a way to make peace.
Pero la misión del Dragon Age 1, la del chico este, está muy buena. Para allá ya fui.
First time in all these years, I fear I will not be visiting your ashes. What world is this? That demons and brigands stop a man from taking flowers to his wife's shrine.
What if I took flowers to your wife's shrine for you?
I do not know what to say, except thank you. I never expected anyone not of the blood to care. My Senna would be grateful. Her shrine lies on a hill to the west, near the tablestones. Thank you.
Stay safe.
Walk in peace.
Bien, ya tenemos más misiones. Bueno, voy primero acá. Ya que tenemos el campamento cerca. Después voy allá donde estaba el carnero ese. El carnero extraño. Ah, sí, yo me acuerdo, es acá arriba. Es como una especie de altar. Otra vez era. Acá, pero pensé que me había matado a Cassandra. ¿A dónde va? Se escapa. Sí, pero ahora ya no nos cuesta tanto como antes. Acá, este era. Aquí era una estatua esa. Una estatua como de un dragón. Ah, una estatua de un dragón es. Se le salió la cabeza. Bueno, ahora voy acá. Tengo que hacer 2 misiones ahí. Acá arriba. No, Cassandra, vení. Baja Cassandra, va. Salgan de ahí. Creo que la misión, la del espíritu, es ahí es. Ah, ahí está, mira. Para, voy a guardar. El carnero es. Y acá es la misión. Ah, bueno, ¿y esto? Cinturón. Portar este cinturón más grande. Y el carnero está allá. Ah, está el carnero. Acá está. Oh. Uy, le va a pegar el carnero. No, si lo llega a matar. No, lo mató, ¿no? ¿Dónde está el carnero? Para que voy a ver una cosa. Es como que dice que lo vaya a ver.
I presume? A young man named Jimmy would very much like you to return home. Ah, good.
No sé qué está pasando, pero... Ya me dijo como que... A ver... A ver... Me dice que vaya a verlo. A ver.
Shall we have a look around?
Good day.
Make it be with you.
We'll make good use of it.
Thank you.
Ah, ahí está, mira.
Lord Wolseley came back. He says you convinced.
Pensé que lo había matado.
For all your trouble. Thank you so much. It's so good to have Lord Wolseley back.
A ver si puedo hablar con el carnero. Porque es como que habla. No, ni se quiere ir, vale. Ahora no puedo salir. Bueno, voy a ir a ver al elfo.
do not suppose you found my Senna's shrine? I know it is a long way to go.
I cleaned Senna's shrine and placed the flowers. May her ashes be gathered by Falondine and carried safely.
After all the long years she carried me, thank you. Do a foolish old man too much kindness. Thank you, friend. May your Inquisition do as much good for the land as you have done for me.
Listo. Bueno, acá ya está todo, entonces tendría que volver. Y acá tengo un agente también, en la costa de la tormenta. La ciénaga desértica. Podría ir acá a hablar con Toro de Hierro y después volver a refugio. Voy a hacer eso, a ver si acá es.
Your worship, for what it's worth, welcome to the Storm Coast. I would have sent word sooner, but our efforts have been delayed.
How so?
There's a group of bandits operating in the area. They know the terrain, and our small party has had trouble going up against them. Some of our soldiers went to speak with their leader. Haven't heard back, though.
I'll do what I can to find our people.
Thank you, your worship. That's a relief. The soldiers didn't have an exact location for the bandits, but they were starting their search farther down the beach. With all this fuss, we haven't been able to conduct a proper search for the wardens either. Well, good luck, and enjoy the sea air. I hear it's good for the soul.
Ok, la costa de la tormenta. Y acá volvemos. Opa, un dragón. Anda un dragón dando vueltas por acá. ¿Y esto qué es?
This might interest you, sir. Word for you.
What is it?
This may be worthwhile.
Ah, mira ahí un coso, no sé cómo se llaman, el ocularon creo que se llama.
Nothing to report, sir.
Ah, acá es. Me parece que es ahí donde está Toro de Hierro. Voy a activar esto. Se están dando ahí, Bueno, ¿qué hago? ¿Bajo por acá? No, mejor bajo por acá. Ah, y ahí, allá también hay un camino, me parece. Ah, no. Allá están los chabones, para. Ah, son del Imperio de Tevinter.
Chargers! Stand down! Prim! How'd we do?
5 or 6 wounded, Chief. No dead.
That's what I like to hear. Let the throat cutters finish up, then break out the casks. So, you're with the Inquisition, huh? Glad you could make it. Come on, have a seat. Drinks are coming.
Iron Bull, I presume.
Yeah, the horns usually give it away. I assume you remember Cremisius Aclassi, my lieutenant.
Good to see you again. Throat cutters are done, Chief.
Already? Have them check again. I don't want any of those Tevinter bastards getting away. No offense, Krem.
None taken. At least a bastard knows who his mother was. Puts him one up on you Canary, right?
So, you've seen us fight. We're expensive, but we're worth it. And I'm sure the Inquisition can afford us.
How much is this going to cost me exactly?
Wouldn't cost you anything personally. Unless you want to buy drinks later. Your ambassador, what's her name? Josephine. We'd go through her and get the payments set up. Gold will take care of itself. Don't worry about that. All that matters is we're worth it.
The Chargers seem like an excellent company.
They are, but you're not just getting the boys. You're getting me. You need a frontline bodyguard. I'm your man. Whatever it is. Demons? Dragons? The bigger the better. And there's one other thing. Might be useful. Might piss you off. Ever hear of the Ben Hasra?
They're a Kunari organization, right? The equivalent of their guards and city watch.
I'd go closer to spies. But yeah, that's them. Or, well, us. The Ben Hasrath are concerned about the breach. Magic out of control like that could cause trouble everywhere. I've been ordered to join the Inquisition, get close to the people in charge, and send reports on what's happening. But I also get reports from Ben Hasrath agents all over Orlais. You sign me on, I'll share them with your people.
You're a Kunari spy, and you just told me.
Whatever happened at that conclave thing is bad. Someone needs to get that breach closed. So whatever I am, I'm on your side.
You still could have hidden what you are.
From something called the Inquisition? I'd have been tipped sooner or later. Better you hear it right up front from me.
What would you send home in these reports of yours?
Enough to keep my superiors happy. Nothing that'll compromise your operations. The Kunari want to know if they need to launch an invasion to stop the whole damn world from falling apart. You let me send word of what you're doing, it'll put some minds at ease. That's good for everyone.
What's in these Ben Hasrath reports you're offering to share?
Enemy movements, suspicious activity, intriguing gossip. It's a bit of everything. Alone they're not much, but if your spy master is worth it, damn sure put him to good use.
She?
I did a little research. Plus, I've always had a weakness for redheads.
All right, you're in.
Excellent. Prem, tell the men to finish drinking on the road. The Chargers just got hired.
What about the casks, Chief? We just opened them up with axes.
Find some way to seal them. You're Tervinter, right? Try Bloodman. We'll meet you back at Haven.
Este juego es del 2014, pero esta parte, o sea, el agua acá está re bien hecha. Cómo se mueven las olas. Le falta que el agua retroceda y venga, pero después tiene todo. El choque contra las piedras.
My darling Bastien has a house on the coast. Not this one, of course. A decent one.
Bueno, ya que estoy exploro acá y ahora vuelvo a refugio. La verdad que mucho no se ve acá. Bueno, ahora voy a volver a refugio. Si tengo cosas para vender. Ah, ahí está Blackward.
Goodbye. Right.
Accesorios, cinturón de urgencia, ¿verdad? No sé si dárselo. Su velocidad de ataque levemente, dice. A Barrick. Y viene, tiene este. Ah, ese mucho. 5% de ataque. Y ese es, a ver, viene, tiene 2 de probabilidad de crítico. Este por lado lo dejo, no sé qué es. Las habilidades. Cassandra Cera ya está también. Blackward. Y a Blanco le voy a hacer lo mismo que a Cassandra. Creo que le había puesto así a Cassandra, ¿no? A ver. Ah. Me equivoqué, bueno. La dejo así. Tenía que haber subido acá. Y viene solas, ya está. Barrick y Toro de Hierro. Toro de Hierro también es importante que... Esto es fundamental. Después le voy a poner este. Tiene un punto medio todo, no sé por qué. Nivel 7. Qué raro. Bueno, después me fijo ahí. Después hablo con los compañeros. Ah, y esta es la... Es una del grupo de Toro de Hierro. Ya tengo acá un envío. Sanguijuelas, ¿qué es?
Your report on the Seeker Fortress was excellent. It gave us information we did.
¿Qué es? Ah, un arma. Está bien, pero la vendo.
We'll post soldiers a safe distance from the temple.
Our best guess at safe, anyway.
Ah, de 4 a 7. Un bastón. Este ya está también. Tengo nuevas misiones también. Acá, ¿qué va a poner?
Let's see what we have. At your service.
Carolina. Bueno, acá voy a poner a Josephine, pero la tengo ocupada, así que... y este, ¿cómo le iba a poner? Sí, voy a poner a Leliana también, así que me retiro. Mercader. Ah, está afuera Toro de Hierro. Bastón, a ver qué adquirí. Ah, bueno, mira, saca más que el arma que tengo. Ah, pero porque tiene la runa, por eso. No, en realidad mi bastón es mucho mejor. Ah, la voy a vender. Toro de Hierro está afuera. ¿Dónde está Toro de Hierro? Ah, acá. Tengo que hablar con Toro de Hierro y con Blackboard. Voy a vender esto.